friends. How are you guys? I am super excited that you are here. As you're hopping on, say hi. We're going to talk about fasting with your menstrual cycle today. So if that sounds exciting to you, stick around. And also don't forget to hit that share button down below so that someone else can benefit from what I'm going to share with you here on this video today. And definitely say hello as you're hopping on. I'm super excited that you are here. We are just getting started with our 5-day iFast, which is something that we do once a month as a community. It's an intermittent fasting system that I love. It's foolproof. It's literally laid out for you. You don't have to think about it, which is perfect for people who are busy. I find that it's like the best beginner fast for people who have never fasted before, but are looking to break through a plateau or start their health journey or something else like that. I love it. Hey, Francesca. But because today is day one of the iFast, I thought for sure, I want to bring something new to you. I want to share with you something that I personally have learned about over the last several years. You know, as I've gone through my health journey, I've started to evolve in the way that I introduce foods into my lifestyle. I've learned a lot about our bodies, and because I've educated myself a whole lot, I love to bring that knowledge to you as well. So just remember that I'm not a medical doctor and I do not have an expert opinion. I just share my my research and the things that I've learned, and also my personal journey with you. So of course, as always, if you have medical issues or you have specific questions that are related to your specific needs, definitely check out your medical care provider. They'll be able to help you out a lot. But I'm just curious if you have ever, how many of you are fasters? If you're a faster, can you drop a me in the comments below? I'd love to know if you've ever done any type of fasting, whether it's an extended fast, a shorter fast, maybe like something really small. You know, you break your fast at 10 a.m., 12 in the afternoon. Do you do 24 hours? I know some people will fast just like a specific meal during the day. Let me know in the comments, if you have any experience with fasting whatsoever in your particular journey. For me, I had never really been a faster before. I started doing my health journey. In fact, I started my health journey in February of 2020. So that's how long I've kind of been working on this lifestyle of mine and the evolution of all the things that I've learned. I started in February of 2020. I did not do my very first fast, and I actually went all in and did an extended fast for my very first one. I know, scary, right? I did that one 3 months later, so I'm pretty proud of myself. Hey, Norma. You guys say hello as you're hopping on. I don't see a whole lot of people saying hi. Y'all say hi. Don't be strangers. And I realized the potential that fasting had for my body. Now, for people who are just beginning, maybe a 6-hour fast sounds very intimidating to you, and that is okay. I always recommend to clients to start slow. The iFast is a great place for you to start because you're not going to go super long without food. You're definitely not even going to skip a whole day without food, which is something that I find that some people are really scared about, and they're like, I don't know if I could do that or not. So if that's you and you're like, I'd love to try the iFast, put info in the comments below. So Francesca's done the iFast with me. It's amazing. It's very doable in my opinion. But for those that are new, I for sure recommend this one. You can definitely go all in on the reboot if you want to, but for sure this is the perfect beginner fast for people who have never ever done it before. And the most important thing that I think throughout our journeys is that we listen to our bodies, which is kind of the point of what I want to share with you tonight, if that's okay with you. So if you're a man folk and you're watching, this information might be appealing to you. I don't know. Feel free to stick around. But for all of you ladies, especially ladies that are menopause, that means that they are not experiencing menopause symptoms or they are post-menopause. This is going to be for you, okay? So women who are experiencing the cycle of life, if you know what I'm talking about. I'm hoping that this is going to be valuable to me. This is very insightful for me, and I actually go way more in depth than what I'm going to share with you tonight in my fasting crash course for busy women. So if you would like to take that fasting crash course, just comment the word fast and I'll send over the information for you. It's a really affordable, quick crash course to kind of teach you all the things that you need to know about fasting from, tips on preparing, and then even more in depth on your menstrual cycle, all the way to the very end after you break your fast. So if you're interested in that crash course, go ahead and comment the word fast below. I'll send over the details to you. But I've learned a lot about how our cycles, hey, how's it going? Our cycles can impact our bodies and the way that we are able to experience fasting in different ways depending on what time of the month that you're actually doing it. Are you with me? If you are with me, just give me a thumbs up or a yes, or maybe drop some hearts in the comments below. Carla, I'll send you some information about the crash course. I'm telling you, it's going to be like very quick, very straight to the point. I've got like a little workbook for you and everything that I'll send over to you. I think you're going to absolutely love it. But for those of you that are new to this information, maybe you've never learned about your cycle, there are actually 4 phases to your cycle. And I coach my clients, and especially when you take the fasting crash course, I'm going to teach you how to pick and choose at what certain times of the month are best for fasting, okay? Did you know that you can actually be setting yourself up for failure if you fast at specific times of the month versus other times of the month? I know, right? Like, I need for you to just kind of put yourself, like, think about it for a moment. If you've ever thought, okay, I'm going to try to eat really well, and then you, like, notice that you're, like, craving everything, you're, like, wanting to eat everything. I swear it's like you're going to eat the refrigerator door off, the pantry door off, because you're so hungry, right? And there's literally no way that you could do a fast. And I can tell you, I've been in your shoes before, where I have tried to do a fast at a specific time of month, didn't realize this, tried to do it at a specific time of month, and then I felt like a failure because I wasn't able to do it. I had set a goal for myself, and I just was not able to do the follow through, which is totally not like me because I'm a person who likes to do things the way they're supposed to be done. Does anyone relate to that? But then other times it felt like, man, if I were doing a fast this week, it would be so much easier. Like, I'm not even all that hungry this time. So this doesn't make any sense to me. Anyone, do you know what I'm talking about? It's because of your cycle. Now, there are 4 phases in your cycle. There's the menstrual cycle, which most of us women know what that is. That is your AKA period, okay? You have the follicular phase, which is the period of time that comes after your period, and then your period of time after period, didn't mean to do that pun, but yeah, don't shame yourself. So you have those few days after your period, and then after that we have your ovulation phase, and then after that we have your luteal phase, okay? Now, what I want to tell you is, number 1, never, ever, ever, okay? Never try to fast during your luteal phase. Now you're like, well, Kristen, I don't know what my luteal phase is. So I'm going to explain this to you really quickly. And again, I go over this in the fasting crash course. So if you want information, go ahead and comment the word fast. So your menstrual cycle is essentially, it's usually, so it depends, it's different for everyone, days 1 through 7 of your cycle. So the first day of your period would be day 1 of your cycle. This is obviously whenever you are menstruating, right? Like you're bleeding, you're having your period. Now, fasting is okay during that time. I'm actually on my period right now. I'm doing the fast, and I think that it is incredible. If you're premenopausal, I think you might still be okay to follow these rules. Again, you can consult with your medical doctor if you want. Trial and error is what I always say, right? And so whenever you are on your period, that's a really good time actually to do a fast. Did you know that? I know it sounds crazy, right? Most people think like, oh my gosh, I'm on my period, I'm dying, I can't. No, actually, this is a really good time for you to do it. But the best time, the best time for you to do any type of fasting, especially if you're going to do like our 60-hour reboot or like an extended fast, whatever, if you're going to push the limits when it comes to fasting, do it the few days after your period. Now that's your follicular phase. This is when we call like your push period, okay? This is like where you can push yourself. You can do a little bit more of like a higher intensity workout. Like your body is like really like, it's primed up. If you've noticed that your energy is a little bit lower during your period, but then right at the end of your period, your hormones are actually going up, giving that boost in energy, which is going to allow you to utilize the energy source that your body has. It's going to be able to rely on your ketones that your body's producing naturally. It's a really great time for you to do fasting. Next, we have your ovulatory phase. This is whenever you're ovulating, or AKA your body is revving up to make a baby, okay, which is what it was made to do. And this is usually around day 14, okay? So remember, when you're menstruating, your period's usually day 1 through 7. Your follicular phase is about, around 5 or 6 maybe days. Yes, during your ovulation phase, that is whenever you have like peaked. I like to compare it to like the seasons of the year, like fall, winter, spring, and summer. So we think of your period being winter, and then your follicular phase is when things are waking up. That's springtime. And then summer would be ovulation, right? This is whenever you are, I would encourage you to really switch to like higher protein, go for fresh foods, usually during your ovulation phase. I usually don't recommend fasting, but it's okay if you want to. And then drop your carbs, especially if you're going to do that during this time of the month. Now, the next phase, this is the one that I really need for you. If you're taking notes or if you're paying attention, I really need you to listen, okay? That's your luteal phase, and I talked about this at the very, very beginning. At the end of your luteal phase, this is the phase, it's about 2 weeks usually for women, the 2 weeks before your period. Now, at the beginning of your luteal phase, you're still feeling peak. That's because your hormones at this point have like gotten to an all-time high when you're ovulating, and then they're gonna slowly start to dip, right? Because we're going to head into fall. That's what your luteal phase is. Things are going to start to change. Hormones are going to start dipping down. And that's whenever you're going to start to notice that your energy is starting to go down, okay? Like if your mood is a little weird, if you're exhausted, if you're noticing like you're just feeling, you're probably in your luteal phase, okay? Just start paying attention to your cycle and the way that you're feeling throughout the month, and I can promise you'll start to notice these patterns in your life, and it changes the game for you when you are aware. Guys, be more self-aware of the things that are going on in your body. I'm telling you, it will help you tremendously when it comes to taking care of your body, and giving yourself grace and knowing when and what to do to fuel your body in the right way so that you can have the results that you want. So during the luteal phase, at the very beginning, you can probably still fast. You can probably still do some of the things because you're having some of that, still that high energy, right? But then as you get closer and closer to the end of your luteal phase, I would say that second half of your luteal phase, I want to say no. Do not fast during your late luteal phase, okay? This is whenever your body really needs for you just to give it some extra love, okay? You're probably going to need to, you're going to have to consume a little bit more because you're going to notice that around this time you're a little hungrier, okay? So you want to fuel yourself with some good grounding foods, things that are going to fuel your body in the right way. I go in depth on this and explain more. I actually have this in the workbook, some approved foods that you can eat when it comes to those each phases of your cycle. It's really laid out for you so you can go, okay, what sort of food should I be eating at different phases of the cycle? I have that all laid out for you in the fasting crash course. But listen to your body, you guys. It's so powerful whenever you start to become more aware of what's happening in your body as your hormones are changing, whether they're going up or going down. And most importantly, whenever you do decide that fasting is something that you would like to incorporate, whether it's breaking through a plateau or starting some fat loss, or maybe you're just wanting to build your mindset or your willpower over food. Whatever that reason is for you, I want you to do it in the safest, most effective way for your particular body. Now, if you're interested in giving it a try, I do recommend the iFast because it is super simple. It's very laid out for you. I think it's a fairly inexpensive system, and it's only 5 days. Everything that you need comes in the kit. It has a series of our ketones, our electrolytes. It also has protein infused ketones that are going to support your body with that high protein. So you're going to feel fuller, and you're going to drink them multiple times during the day. Outside of that, you're also going to get our Signal OS capsules, which are there for cellular repair, and they're going to really help you to focus during the day and sleep well at night. So I do have some coupons available for the iFast if you're interested in giving that a try. If anything that I shared with you was like mind-blowing or exciting to you, or maybe even some new information that you had never learned before, I would love it if you would just comment the word value. Let me know if you learned something today. today. I'm always curious to know if the things that I'm sharing with you are helpful. If they are, you can let me know by commenting that word value. And definitely hit that share button down below and let someone else get some value from this as well. I'm telling you, my life was changed whenever I learned this stuff. I was like, what in the world have I been doing? And so even like when our community is doing their iFast, or whenever the community is doing their reboot, when I realize that it's my specific time during the month that doesn't work with me, I go, you know what, you guys, I can't do it this month. And some of you watch my stories, you guys know I might not be able to do it this week, but I'll do it next week. And so I love that now I have that awareness, and I can build my health goals and set myself up for a level of success rather than putting that shame on me thinking that I'm not adequate or that I can't do it. So I appreciate you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you do want info on that fasting crash course, where I go in depth even more, where I explain to you from start to finish things you need to know before, things you can do to prep, some hacks on how to fast better, and then of course that food list as well as a fasting journal. All of that is going to come to you in the fasting crash course for busy women. If that's you and you want some information about that, go ahead and comment the word fast. We'll chat about it. I'll share it with you and see if that is something that you're potentially interested in. But I love you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and as always, I will see you tomorrow.